We have a new MVP for a Denver Broncos game this season, with the rookie wide receiver Tyrie Cleveland winning it. It was his first major action on offense, and he seemed largely unstoppable by the Las Vegas Raiders. Not only did he make some big catches, but he also drew a couple big penalties that helped give the Broncos more yards and more opportunities. He didn't end up picking up a lot of yards for the Broncos with his catches, but it was when and how those catches came. Entering the game, Cleveland only had 2 catches on 3 targets for just 18 yards. It was hard for him to have much of an offensive impact when he barely played on offense with only 2 games over 10 snaps. Cleveland was a 7th round draft pick to help the Broncos special teams unit, and that was his role for the majority of the season. By the time this Week 17 meeting came about, the Broncos were very banged up at receiver, and they needed him to step up. Many will point back to his stats where he had only 45 yards compared to Jeudy's 140 yards and a touchdown. However, Cleveland was a lot more consistent with his impact than Jeudy was and made a lot tougher catches. The MVP for this game did come down to these 2 rookie receivers, and they graded out extremely close. Jeudy was the 2nd highest player overall and on offense with an 89.7 grade, which is just short of the MVP honors. Another big reason Cleveland ended up being the MVP over Jeudy, besides the consistency of impact and the tougher catches, was what they did as a blocker. Neither of them really excelled there, but Cleveland was the better of the 2, which also pushed him ahead of Jeudy for the MVP for the game. It was a game that showed that Cleveland can have a role on offense, and it wouldn't be shocking to see if he has more of one next season. Denver could very well move on from Deshaun Hamilton, who has been a disappointment, and roll with Cleveland as their 5th receiver instead going forward. For his game against the Las Vegas Raiders, Tyrie Cleveland earned a grade of 90.1 as well as MVP honors. It was nice to see the 7th round pick really step up and shine when his number was called. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Eric Trickle.